We're going to try this to see how it works. I'm going to review Chapter 6 of our 2310 course, which is on inventory costing. Some of you guys have already done this. Okay, so I know the Tuesday, Thursday class, we actually already did this whole quick study. So for you guys, you really don't have much to do, but I do have some I'm going to actually do here in just a second. So stick around for just a minute at least. I'm going to go through, in this case, I'm going to go through about 6 or 7 of these, and then I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to come back with a second half to finish it up. I know there's a cutoff point there. I'm not sure what the number is. But anyway, there's a requirement for each of these. That's why I want the Tuesday, Thursday people to stick around a little bit. And it's very simple. So what I want you to do, anybody can do it real quick right now. If you're watching this, as a video, on demand, go to Blackboard and go to the discussion board, and you'll see, here I can pull it up. I think I got to put it on another one. So this is, what course is this? So section 2. Okay, let me get this straight on the other one too real quick while I've got you here. But I want you to go to this first question 1. It's a very easy question. It's a one-word answer. Well, I can do one more than one. I just want you to give me an answer here with which of the 4 costing methods for inventory, which one do you find the most reasonable, or which one do you like the best? Or if you don't like any of them, just put one down for me, please. Okay, LIFO, FIFO, WAC, specific identification. That way I just know that you've actually watched the video and we're smart enough to follow the directions here and come here and respond. Just come into this thread here and post your favorite costing method. All right, let me make sure this is 102. I think 101, I'm going to make a quick adjustment here while I've got you here. So let's do that real quick. Hopefully you guys are staying safe with staying isolated. Hopefully your Wi-Fi works well. Let's edit this real quick. This is question 1. There's that one. And then for the other section, this will be question 2. Anyway, go to Blackboard, to the discussion board down here. And then for question 1, your question is, which is your favorite, or which do you like the most? Inventory costing method. So the next video, there's going to be 2 videos for Chapter 6. The next video will have the second question. So I make you watch both videos. See, I'm a smart guy, right? Making you do what you don't want to do, which is watch this, old dude talk about accounting. You do see I have a fresh cut? Look at this. What happened? What happened here? It's gone, right? This is kind of shaved back a little bit too. Essentially, it was hot on, Saturday? And I got tired of it, so shaved it off. Anyway, hopefully I look better. Who knows? I do like the bush, but after a while I get tired of it. So anyway, let's go to quick study. Okay. So again, this is gonna be a review. I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller too, so you guys don't see as much as my big self. And we're gonna go through these questions together. Okay. So hopefully you're ready for this, and you can follow along. If you didn't come to the Tuesday, Thursday class where we did all these, then this would be great for you because I'm gonna help you answer all these. And also, when you do your homework, you can come back and go through this with me. Of course, you'll have to use your numbers to be a little bit different. And you can follow along with my logic to answer the homework questions as well, all right? So, let me shrink myself down a little bit. Here we go. Ooh, there we go. So you know I'm here. You got my face here. And we're going to do some questions, all right? So let's look here and see what we got. It says here, Homestead Crafts. This is Emma Finn, is the person that runs this business called Homestead Crafts. We got to figure out what needs to be included in her inventory. Okay, we discussed this is the first topic. Excuse me, my phone's buzzing for whatever reason. Anyway, first topic here is what needs to be in her inventory. Okay, this is the first topic of the chapter. Essentially, the chapter is broken down into what needs to be in inventory, then how to figure out a cost for inventory, and then finally the last part is that lower of cost or market stuff, right? So we'll get that to the end here. There's one question on that towards the end. Okay. So, hello, unknown person. Hopefully you're enjoying some accounting. But anyway, what we've got here is we've got obviously she's using her basement as a warehouse, is what it says here. She's got 1,300 units, a good bit, in her, I guess so, as long as it has to do with accounting, right? I have to be careful here. Can I ask a serious question? I have to do some banning, we'll see. But anyway, so the 20 units that are damaged that can't be sold need to be removed from inventory. Alright. So we'll get that in a minute. So anyway, the 1,300 units in her basement are part of inventory. You see that's kind of hard plugged in there. Can't fix that. Then I've got the ones in her van. Okay, so again, you got the two. You got to look at the shipping method: FOB destination, FOB shipping point. So if we got 350 units in her van, okay, if it was FOB shipping point, then that would mean they belong to the buyer, and they would not be her inventory. But in this case, you've got FOB destination. That means that they remain her inventory until they reach the destination. So we got to add. There's Josh. What's up? So the 350 need to be added to her inventory. So we will do that here. The 350. So this will be on the truck in transit, maybe. You can just in transit. All right. So there's the 350, right? Can you see that? I might make this a little bit bigger too. Can I do that? Let's see. What kind of question is it? As long as it deals with accounting, then yes. All right. Now we've got. So we're going to add those to inventory, and now we've also got some units of inventory that are on consignment. So they are the inventory of Homestead Crafts, but they are at a retail store where they're trying to be sold. They are still, in this case, Emma Finn's inventory, and they need to be treated as such, okay? So the consignment goods are still her inventory. If the retail store sells them, you can see. I hope you can see. Oh, man, I made it bigger. So the units on consignment are still her inventory as well. So we'll add those in as well. We do need to remove these 20 damaged ones because they're not sellable. They need to be removed from inventory. So down here we will remove 20. Make sure it's subtracted, and it did. So this is that damaged units. Okay. So there's your first one, nice and easy. Everybody good? All right. Go to the next one. Number 2. All right. So this one here's trying to figure out. Yeah. Hang on a second. There we go. I don't know how to do this stuff. Alright. Where did that thing go? Alright. Alright, back to it. Here we go. There we go. Taking care of some business there real quick. Alright. So, back to this. We've got Sorry, I had somebody trying to troll me there. I had to take care of some business. All right, anyway, let's go to number 2. Car dealership. We've got a bunch of costs here. Which ones should be included in the cost of the car? Which ones are just other expenses? This one's actually easy. We've done this in class. You most have had this by now. Obviously, the cost of the vehicle is a part of the inventory cost. So there's the $14,000 for the cost of the vehicle itself. If we're going to pay transportation costs, that means it must have been FOB shipping point, which means if it's FOB shipping point, then we pay the shipping. So it's going to be one of our costs. We add to the cost of the car. This is kind of weird. It's not a very expensive car, but it has import duties, which import duties deals with, what do you call it? Like cars coming in from overseas. Okay, you had to pay to get it. So if we had to pay that, even though it's a cheap car, that would be a part of the vehicle as well. So $900 worth of import duties would be included in the cost of the vehicle. Insurance during shipment. Okay, if you're going to pay for insurance during shipping, that would be included as well. $300. And now these next 3, though, are, they don't necessarily relate to that specific vehicle. Or if they do, there's like a selling expense or something like that. We got the advertising on the car, or on the for the whole entire car place dealership would just be an expense. So would the salaries for the employees, and also the shrubs is more of an administrative type of a thing, right? So there's that one there. So there is number 2. That should be good and ready to go. All right. Let's go to number 3. All right. So there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's where we're going to pause. Are dealing with inventory costing, okay? So we're going to start off with first in, first out. We're also using the perpetual system, which means you automatically update as you make sales, right? So we're going to start off here. We got to put in the December 7th purchase, which is 10 units, and the cost of those units is $6 a piece. So once we made that purchase, what's in inventory at the end is going to be 10 units at a cost of $6 a piece. All right. And then when we get to the 14th, our next purchase, we will add 20 units that cost $12 a piece. So at the end of the second week, we've had 2 purchases and no sales. So we'll have 10 units in inventory at $6 a piece. We'll have 20 units in inventory at $12 a piece, bringing our total inventory up to $300. All right. And now we got to make our first sale. First in, first out. So we're going to sell, it says it right here. Where's it at? December 15th, we're going to sell 15 units. 15 units, all right? So, the way this is going to work, we're going to take first in, first out. So this first group, we're going to use that cost first. But we can only use it for 10 items, okay? Because there's only 10 there. So the first 10 items removed from inventory will be the 10 units that were purchased on December 7th. The first ones that we put in, which was on December 7th, are the first ones that come out, okay? So all 10 of these will be taken out at a cost of $6 each, okay? That's going to get us to the second one on the 14th. So on the 14th, we sold what? We sold 15. We've accounted for 10. We got to account for 5 more. The only place that those can come from, or the second purchase, on the 14th. So we'll have 5 units here at a price of $12 each. Okay? So what's left in inventory? Okay, well, these are all gone. And 5 of these are gone, but there are 15 left, and that price is $12 a piece. All right. And then down here, we got another purchase. You can see it right there at the tip top of the screen. We're going to add 15 units, $14 a piece. Okay, which is going to leave us with 2 groups of inventory left. This group right here, the second group that's got 15 left, 15 at 12. And then that last purchase right here, the 15 at 14. That's the first in, first out method, okay? Check our work. Looks pretty. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, here we go. Number 4. Okay, so some of this is going to be a little bit of repeat. They do help you a little bit. They start to fill in this cost of goods sold for us where it needs to be. Or over here, they do something. Anyway, remember the first purchase, 10 units, $6 a piece. So after the first purchase, what's in inventory? 10 units, $6 a piece. Go to the 14th, 20 units, $12 a piece. Which leaves us with 10 units at 6, 20 units, 12. All right. And now we're ready to go to sale on the 15th. And we're going to use last in, first out. Right. So this is same problem, different costing method. So here, okay. So here we're going to last in, first out. So looking here at our inventory, here's the first, here's the second. Okay, so we're going to take, from this group here, we're going to take 15 out at $12 a piece. So we'll take 15 out of the second group at $12 a piece. Okay, now, let's see what we got left. Okay, the first 10 are still untouched. Okay, and then also, there's 5 that are still left at $12 a piece. Okay, so in any inventory after that purchase, you got the original purchase that's untouched, and then there's still 5 left from the second purchase. Okay, we sold 15, and those were taken out of the second purchase because we do last in, first out. So this is the last purchase here. You can see it. Okay. Then our last purchase, we've got 15 units, $14 a piece. So what's in the inventory? Well, we got the 10. I'm looking right here, right? Looking right here. So the 10 plus that's $6 a piece. Then there's 5 left at $12 a piece. And then this purchase that we just made right here, 15 at $14 a piece. All right. So that should be number 2, right? Number 2. Or the second method. And number 4, but it's the second method. My bad. Good, good, good. Let me get it right there so you can see it. Got it? Okay, go number 5. Okay, where we at? Where we at? Average cost. Average cost, all right. Then they got the numbers here real easy for you. Typically when you do these for real, they're going to be not near as nice and pretty as these numbers here are. But let's do it. Okay. Remember, put our stuff back in again. We got 10 units, $6 a piece, which is going to leave you the inventory of 10 units at $6 a piece after the first day. After the second purchase, we're going to add 20 units at $12 a piece. So in any inventory, after those 2 purchases, we're going to have 10 units that are $6 a piece. We're going to have 20 units at $12 a piece. All right? So what you've got is you've got to figure out the cost. Sorry, the average cost. You got the price of inventory, the dollar amount of inventory, which is $300. Okay? Look at this. Look at this fanciness right here. How fancy is this? Whiteboard, right? Okay? So, we got our cost of inventory. Is $300. We're going to divide it by number of units, which is 30. So this is going to be what? $10 a unit, right? So, there you go. You see there? Cost of inventory divided by number of units. 300 divided by 30. $10 a unit. Very simple. Okay? So we'll have $10 per unit right there. So when we sell these 15 units, oh, I put 10 in. we sell these 15 units, they're all going to be given a cost of $10 per unit. Okay, right there. So what's left in inventory is the other 15 units at $10 a piece, right? Average cost. Okay, now we got to do our last purchase. Our last purchase is 15 units at $14 a piece. All right, so what we got here at the end? We got 15 units at $10 a piece, and we got 15 units at $14 a piece. All right, now look. Let's see what's got here on the screen. All right. So now let's change our numbers a little bit. All right, here we go. So now if you add these two numbers up right here, make sure you don't see the mouse. So you got the 150 plus the 210. That's going to be what, 360, right? So you got 360 is your new cost of inventory right there, divided by 30. $12 per unit. There you go. And then watch the glare off of the light. All right. $12 a piece for any inventory. All right, very good, right? Get my fancy little special whiteboard. All right, check our answer. Okay, we're going to move forward to number 6, which is, the thing about this one, this is special identification. They have to tell you the cost to assign, okay? So it's a matter of figuring out the costs. All right, let's see it. So let's start with getting our stuff back in here. 10 units, $6 a piece. Leaves you with 10 units in inventory at $6 a piece. Next purchase, 20 units, $12 a piece. So at the end of our second week, we have 2 purchases. We got 10 at 6. We got 20 at 12. All right. Now, here, you have to read the problem and see, okay, what was sold? Okay, what was sold? Okay, and it tells you right here, 8 are sold from the December 7th purchase. So 8 are sold at the December 7th price of $6 a piece. Okay? And then it says 7 are from the 14th, right? So 7 are from the 14th. Okay, so that means they're $12 a piece, right? So 7 are at the $12 a piece price. And so now I'm doing some math here. So I got 10 units. I sold 8, so there's 2 left. Oh, that's crap. And then I've got, what's this next one here? I got 20 units. I'm subtract 7, so there's still 13 left at $12 a piece. We make our final purchase, which is 15 units, $14 a piece. So what's in any inventory is 2 units at 6, 13 units at 12, and then the whole 15 at the end, okay? Any questions on that? I don't think anybody's going to ask them, but anyway, well, if you have questions, you can email me, unless you're here live, and you can pop something in. But again, they have to tell you what was sold, and you just subtract, right? Whatever is not there. All right, so I think the next one, if I'm not mistaken, is we go to, okay. So now we're going to go back through it again. And we're going to use the periodic as opposed to perpetual. Okay, so we're going to change methods a little bit. I'm going to explain it a little bit at the start, and we're going to go from there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here. I'm going to start and stop back in about a minute. But remember, what you need to do is go to Blackboard and go to the discussion board and tell me. Your first question is, which is your favorite inventory costing method? And if you don't like when I get you, I don't like them either, right? It's inventory costing, but actually I like the weighted average cost the best. But anyway, go in there and put your favorite method, and or one of the 4, okay? And that way I know that you've experienced the video, or somebody told you that you need to experience the video by putting in an answer, all right? All right, anyway, starting right back in about a minute. Be right back. For those that are watching live, just hang on a minute.